You will take roughly 20,000 breaths today. Most of them happen automatically, an invisible exchange of gases keeping your biology running while your attention is elsewhere. Centuries ago, early yogis looked at this biological process and saw a hidden method of influence. They viewed the air moving through the nose not as a byproduct of survival, but as a specific tool. They detailed this method in an ancient Sanskrit text known as the Shiva Swarodaya. The text proposes that by tracking and shifting the specific rhythms of your breathing, you can change how you interact with your environment. The text begins with an exchange between deities. Goddess Parvati asks Lord Shiva about the origins and the underlying structure of the entire universe. Shiva describes creation as a blueprint of 5 fundamental elements, or tattvas: earth, water, fire, air, and space. The text then performs a significant scale shift. It claims these same 5 cosmic elements are mapped onto human anatomy. In this view, the human body is a replica of the larger universe, and the gateway for navigating this internal landscape is the breath. To use this gateway, the text looks beyond physical organs. It describes a subtle body, an invisible network of energy that underlies our physical form. This network consists of channels called nadis. While the Swarodaya identifies thousands of these paths, it focuses on 3 as the most significant. These 3 primary channels are identified here by name: Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna. These pathways run from the nasal cavity down the length of the spine. The movement of energy through them is dictated by the air moving through the nostrils. By tracking this internal structure, the yogis found they could influence the body's unconscious systems simply by observing which nostril is dominant at any given moment. Breathing primarily through the left nostril activates the Ida channel. The text associates this with lunar energy, described as a cool, feminine force. When the left side is dominant, the body is prepared for specific tasks. It is the time for healing, for drinking water, or engaging in quiet reflection. Shifting the airflow to the right nostril activates the Pingala channel. This is the solar side, associated with heat and an aggressive masculine force. When the solar side is active, the instructions change. It is recommended for physical exertion, for eating heavy meals, or requiring direct action. This shifting dominance applies to more than physical health. By tracking the flow between the left and right nostrils, practitioners timed their specific efforts to match their internal state. There is a final, less common state described: the activation of Sushumna, the central channel. This occurs when the breath flows perfectly equal through both nostrils at the same time. The text notes during this equal flow, the dual forces of the world are balanced out. It warns that efforts towards worldly success or material gain during this window will likely fail. This period is intended for abandoning outward action. Because the material world is neutralized, it becomes the ideal time for meditation and internal focus. Take a moment to observe your own breathing. Notice which nostril currently feels more open. The text identifies this as the movement of solar or lunar forces through your nervous system. The goal of Swarodaya Vigyan is to replace unconscious habit with awareness. By tracking the breath, the practitioner consciously aligns their internal state with the grand rhythms described in the cosmos. Take one deep, deliberate breath and consider the connection it creates between your body and the larger world.